there was a huge
Are you recording
break,
video just like
and
me?
the water force just literally washed this entire area away. There was absolutely nothing left other than a few stoops, a few steps. Nothing.
Wow. Just the concrete, pretty much.
This is the Brad Pitt zone?
Yeah.
This is the Brad Pitt.
Those stairs
Making
right
a
there,
difference.
That was it.
Make it right. Baby.
Make it right.
This is
They put a park in there?
fabulous.
Yeah.
This is fabulous.
Yeah, these are alright.
But why are some houses not as high as that other one?
Good question.
I'm sure they
Hold on,
built.
stop.
I'm sure they built to the flood elevation requirements.
What are those things in the sky?
Well, that's part of the bridge.
What?
The bridge?
It looks like oil tanks in the sky.
Yeah, that's the bridge. There's a part in the middle that goes up and down to let
Look
the
at this
ships
one,
through.
Daniel.
So, guys, dead ahead is where the barge. They say the barge didn't hit the.
It went over the top.
Well, they say that it collapsed. The barge washed in through the hole. There's a huge barge. The water came with such force that all these houses just got washed into a big pile, and made a big mess in here.
I love this. This solar screen here.
So how often does Pitt come to this?
He lives here.
Oh, does he?
He has a house here.
In this?
In the corner. In the corner.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Where in the corner?
We don't know. It's top secret.
So anyway, a lot of these are elevated to keep the car cool, but if they're not all the way up, they're at the FEMA base, the flood base elevation requirement.
These are cool. So how do these people get these houses?
Great question. Well, first of all, they owned the property.
Land.
Oh, it's where their house used to be?
Yeah, I mean, and it was an almost an insurmountable feat to determine who owned what when it was all said and done. I mean, nobody had papers on anything.
And
Well, yeah,
the
they're
address, if you didn't have your GPS location, the address was gone.
One
Wow.
of the biggest problems that I heard was that a lot of these homes had been handed down. People died, and there really weren't clean title to anything. So you had maybe 20 or 30 relatives that had some piece of the property. So all that had to be cleared up. And then I think it was you had to really qualify in some kind of way.
I just don't know if I would go back. But, which means that they had to have some ability to pay, right? On
I
some
don't think
mortgage. So why choose?
Well, Dan, you have to understand, this neighborhood had probably the highest owner occupancy in the city. I mean, there were hundreds and hundreds of families living here. They weren't beautiful homes, but I mean, there were houses like that were just throughout. I mean, it's a solid house.
It's a solid community.
So people, this is where they were born, and this is where they lived.
Plus, once they inherited the
There's a
house,
house that's full of trees.
once they inherited the house, what was paid for?
Right.
It's been raised.
I don't understand this though. Why would, I guess it costs to put it higher.
Yeah, it does cost to put it higher.
But people just
That could be a Lowe's house right there.